Hmm. Welcome to WISPERS. Hmm. When Rwanda arrives in Nigeria, shoot AK-47 gun carriers on site? No. Illegal possession of firearms does not attract a death penalty under our criminal law. Arrest AK-47 carriers and seize all their weapons. Apply force, including lethal, if they resist arrest or pose threat to the lives of law enforcement agents. This means that the President's shoot-at-sight order, for which we commended him last week, is illegal. If the President wants this to happen, he will have to issue an executive order to that effect. All Nigerians, the President, our politicians, the rich, as well as the owuye, all of us who may end up in one refugee camp or the other in God knows what country should Nigeria fail. There's this trending read on WhatsApp, a piece purportedly written by one Alhaji Bashir Tofa. But before that, however, a word about why I think Nigeria is where it is today, security-wise, with the new abduction of students in both Edo and Kaduna states. The writer attributes the state of affairs of injustice, to which I support, I concur, given the total undisguised preferential treatment a section of the country enjoys in everything at the expense of all others. This in turn has led to unspeakable impunity, which sees even foreign Fulani herders hogging AK-47 all over Nigeria, raping and killing, with Mayeti Allah claiming they are operating in their only God-given country in court, and so nobody can question. Of course, Nigerians are still waiting to see either the IG or the DSS summon any of their officials for interrogation. A few instances of the preferential treatment should surface. In Ifo, Ondo State, where the monarch, the Olufo of Ifo, was killed some months ago, allegedly by Fulani herdsmen, and nothing has been heard from the police. The same police had summoned some Ifo community leaders to Abuja over the death of cows. This is according to Chief Olufemi Awani, President Ifo Development Union. In 2017, when there was a crisis in Ile-Ife between Yorubas and Hausas, the IG sent a special team which descended on Ile-Ife to begin interrogation. They began arresting, detaining and profiling Yoruba men, depending on who the Seriki Fulani pointed at. By the 15th March, 38 persons had been driven across many state borders direct to Abuja. To add sacrilege to the investigation, they arrested and Ile-Ife traditional ruler, Oba Ademola Ademoloye, and hauled him straight to the police headquarters in Abuja, where on the 20th of March, he and 20 others, all Yoruba, were paraded before the press like common criminals. 38 suspects were said to have been arrested initially, 18 of whom were Hausa Fulani. By the time of the parade, all 18 northerners had been released, having been found innocent. At the behest of a member of the committee set up on the matter by His Royal Highness the Onirisha, the meeting was attended and a fact-finding mission was put in place. Now, how fair was that in the same country? But that is not all. Only this past week, long after the Oyo State Police Command had failed to arrest Fulani herdsman Kingpin, who planted a red flag beyond which no native of Igogo could go, except he craved death. The OPC members who helped him initially in finally arresting him were promptly rewarded with an arrest by the same police. It is, of course, surprising to see the police behaving like that, especially when everybody knows. It is not surprising to see the police acting like that, especially when the orders are given from above. It has now become rather fruitless, if not completely unnecessary, mentioning the issue of critical national appointments, nearly all of which go to the north. A currently trending WhatsApp post lays bare the utter disregard those making these appointments have for non-Hausa Fulani Canoes in a country with over 250 ethnic groups. Concerning insecurity, however, nobody should make the mistake of comparing the South and the North, because the two regions do not share the same view of life. How otherwise will the northern leaders continue to live literally unconcerned at the huge daily killings and abductions in the region? The Kaduna State Governor has just this past week informed Nigerians of a state's 2020 report. 937 killed, 1,972 kidnapped. Haba. In the South, not everything is attributed to God, as if man has no responsibility whatsoever for his life. Besides the fact of about 10 million out of school children, the following reasons also have been adduced for the ballooning insecurity in the North. They are: number one, conspiracy of silence. Observers believe that the North has been bedeviled by a conspiracy of silence over the years. The hierarchical nature of the Northern society makes the people, political leaders inclusive, subservient to the prevailing views of the elites, as well as traditional and religious rulers. When Boko Haram started some 10 years ago, the northern leaders refused to condemn their hideous acts. When the then president declared the state of emergency in the northeast, and tried to use military might to confront them, some prominent northern leaders told them that any attack on Boko Haram was an attack on the North, in quotes. 2. Failure of leadership. It has also been suggested that it was the alleged massive corruption of former Zamfara state governors which plunged the state into bandaging, as the huge funds stolen could have created employment opportunities for Zamfara youths, many of who are now actively into banditry. It is, however, not too late to confront these demons in Zamfara and other northern states if only northern youths would now seriously, that is, speak up. Alaji Tofu writes, here we come to the very essence of this article. The clouds of war are gathering, with blood-sucking gods, which follow the purging of vultures from Europe, Asia, and America, who deal in arms and are already fixated on Nigeria, which is fast traveling on the very path Freetown took a few years ago, that path that ruined Congo, the expressway to Rwanda. We have of course traveled that road before, harvesting over 2 million dead. Even if we hadn't experienced the civil war before, what happened nearby in Freetown, Monrovia, Abidjan, and recent history ought to warn us. That young man who watched helplessly as his pregnant wife was being gang-raped before her stomach was ripped open should tell us something. When Rwanda arrives, everybody becomes equal, as warlords roam the streets spraying mayhem. Ask Samuel Doe when Rwanda arrived in Monrovia. He hit the streets from the presidential palace in search of food, after he had slaughtered his lions for food. That was how he too was captured and slaughtered. When Rwanda arrives, there will be no strong man, no community leader. It will be everyone for himself and God for all of us. Or where is Maman Gaddafi today? Truth be told, the path to Rwanda is being paved majorly by the executive arms of our government. Their lackadaisical attitude to insecurity. Under this regime of change, Nigeria has become a lawless country where laws are observed mostly in breach. On the expressway to Rwanda, innocent girls are violated, mothers raped, and farmers' throats split, all already on display in our country. You might feel secure today because you move around with escorts, but where Rwanda burns, everywhere will be manned by warlords who will dictate the rules of engagement. Forget whatever you are today, because none mattered in Rwanda. No middle class, no industrialists, no banks, etc. So, there will be no ATM. The warlords controlling your area might even decide to print a new currency with Z as the logo, so all you have stolen goes kaput. On the path to Rwanda, the government of the day favored one ethnic group, as we see here in killers, local and foreign, now running riots in Nigeria. That Rwanda path is already being paved red in the forest of Katsina, Zamfara, in Kaduna, Zambeza, and the entire north. Ask the unfortunate people of Ibaraba and Kaduna South. In Rwanda, corpses littered everywhere, like in Nigeria today. They wake up every day to count their dead. Boarding schools have been cancelled in some states here in Nigeria, as hundreds of people are being routinely stolen like toys by bandits who walk them barefooted into deep forests, threatening to roast them for dinner. When Rwanda arrives, Nigeria, there will be no more oil money to share, as the Niger Delta warlords will own it all. Okay, keep talking about 2023 while hapless Nigerians are being slaughtered. Keep on pretending that all is well, but remember that what goes round comes round. Keep on feeling snug. After all, there is money in the bank, but will you be able to get there or do e-banking as all systems go dead? In Rwanda, everywhere and everyone was affected. When Rwanda visited Sudan, the former Senate president lined up to beg for food from relief agencies. The earlier these leaders outgrew their ethnic and religious predislocations and put on an end to the killing gangs virtually overtaking Nigeria, the better for all. Well, nobody prays for Rwanda, but when Rwanda arrives Nigeria, what are we gonna do? It's better to prevent it from coming home. When Rwanda arrives Nigeria. There you have it, guys. Until I come your way again. Bye.